Whoops. Hey, bitch. It's Nikki Sieg again. Welcome back. I thought I would come on again later in the day, still looking like I crawled out of a hole. But I thought it would be kind of funny to tell you guys about how my fiance and I met. It's a ridiculous story. It's funny. I don't know, it's weird. So, because my missing tooth video was probably, I can't talk about it. It's so bad. Okay, so in 2012, way back when in the dinosaur days, before online dating was a thing, like before or like dating apps like were a thing, and all that. There was I was sitting on the couch and there was a commercial for Match.com, and there was a free 1 month trial, and me being the sarcastic jackass, like just want to mess with people if I can. I'm like, you know what? This is gonna be a really funny idea if I can just make myself a profile and see what happens. So I did, and I had my free month trial. And at the time, I believe I signed up, I was 24 or 25. And I used my actual pictures with the like information section. Like, I kind of messed around with that a little bit. Most of it was true, but like there was some sarcastic like fuckery in there. And I'm sorry, I'm extremely comfortable right now. I can't find anything good to sit on. Don't you even think about it. Take that mind out of the gutter. And actually, just kidding, put it right back in the gutter. It's a perfect place to be. So I just wanted to see like what was going to happen and how funny it would be. And my main goal was to see who would message me and like who they were, like what they'd say, all that kinds of stuff. I wish I could go back to find my messages to read them to you. I'm gonna try to actually do that if I can reactivate my account, because that would be like the funniest thing in the world if I could do that to you. But it was so awkward. About like 50-year-old men were messaging me, like offering me money, like. And since I had said on the page that I was a Red Wings fan, that's what everyone would start off with. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, I love the Wings too. Like, I'm doing this. You should come to a game with me. Like, I've got tickets." And these are all like really weird guys, like over the age of 50, maybe 40. Like, I mean, huge age gaps don't bother me, but like certain age gaps, but like big age gaps, like 25 years, that's a little fucking creepy to me. So, I would just have my best friend come over and we would just go through all of these messages and laugh our asses off, because at all these messages, at these guys thinking that, you know, oh, I'm going to date this girl, I'm going to take her out, blah, blah, blah. And like I said, this was way before online dating became like a normal thing. And there was no intention of me ever meeting anybody online. It was just a fun thing for me to do because I'm an asshole. So she would come over and we would go through all of the messages that I had gotten, and they were ridiculous. Like I said, like 50-year-old men. Like I was 25, I think, at the time. So I believe like really like underage people, like maybe 17 to 18, would message me. It was really awkward. I never messaged anyone back. It was just her and I laughing our asses off at these people's really hard tries. And like this one 50-year-old man, he was like really trying to get there. And he's like saying, yeah, you know, like the Red Wings, blah, 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 I can buy you all these like pictures and figurines and all this stuff. If you come down, we can have so much fun. You can stay in a hotel with me. And I'm like, yeah, fuck no. So, as we were doing this, my best friend, she saw, a message from, person named Brian. And she clicked on his profile. He was very, very, very good looking. He was 3 years older than me. So, that was an issue. But she had said, she goes, Marissa, you need to message him back right now. And I told her no. I said, I will not meet anybody offline ever. That's the creepiest thing you can do. So please don't make me, meet somebody online. Like, please don't. And she told me that, she goes, I'm not going to leave until you message him back. So I sat there for a little while thinking about, like, shit. What should I do? I don't know. I don't want a relationship right now. I'm definitely not looking for that. So it was weird. So his was a really sweet message though. It didn't start out with the Red Wings. I think he did mention it, but it wasn't like all about the Red Wings. So that was a plus. He was really nice, came off really sweet. So I did message him back, and my best friend left, and that was that. And so we had started just emailing on this site, just back and forth. And just, you know, harmless emails, just telling each other about ourselves, you know, like our hobbies and what we like, you know, that type, the things you do when you go on a first date or you meet somebody for the first time. So we were kind of doing that, and I had joked previously with my mother that my next boyfriend has to play hockey, he has to be able to sing and play the guitar, and he has to drive a Mustang. And so as I was talking to Brian, we were talking, and so I finally gave him my phone number. I think I was like crazy that night, maybe drunk. I have no idea why I did this, but I did. And so we started texting, and everything was fine. It wasn't weird. It wasn't creepy. And so we had set up at least maybe 5 or so dates. Like, not like initially like, hey, 5 dates. It's like one date. But I canceled on him. About 5 or 6 times, I believe. So, I didn't think, because I didn't want a relationship. I didn't want anything to go on. I wasn't ready. I didn't want anyone in my life at that point. I was still in the depression kind of area. So I wasn't looking for anyone. And I canceled on him so many times, and valid reasons, iffy, because my back was probably at the worst almost around that time. And so finally one day we had set up a date for to go to coffee. at Starbucks. And I was on the phone texting him saying, you know, I'm not going to be able to make it. My back's really bad, this, that, and the other. And my mother literally takes me by the shoulders and says, you need to go meet this boy, talk to him. And she goes, you're just going for coffee. And I shit you not, her last words to me before I walked out the door were, it's not like you're going to marry him or anything. So that, her best friend had said that to her about my father. So I yelled at her. I'm like, Mom, don't ever say that to me. I'm like, don't say that. And so I finally left. I met him. Everything was actually super great. We talked for, gosh, I don't know, maybe 4 hours. No awkward pauses. Like, you know how that when you meet someone for the first time and you just don't know what to talk about? That didn't happen, and it was great. So, we had a great time. And so we basically closed down Starbucks because we were just engrossed in talking with each other. And so then, and when it was time to leave, we left. And in talking, I had found out he had, funny thing, he sings and plays the guitar because he's in a band. And as we were walking out to our cars, he goes, oh, where are you? I'll walk you to your car. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm over here. And I was like, oh, which one's your car? And he points to a Mustang. And my face probably looked like out of control because the things that I told my mom that my next boyfriend needed to have, which was really, really funny. So that's how we met. And ever since that Starbucks date, we have been together. We have been dating for 4 years. It would be 5 years in October. And we are getting married this year, 2017, June 24th. Which is really, really crazy to me because this is the first person I see I go on a date with is the one I marry. I'm probably like the only person that like would actually happen to. So it was weird, but I loved every minute of our, 4 or 5 year relationship. And especially since it was before the internet dating like thing, like when it was like cool or okay to do it. So that was really different for me. And so everything went really, really well. And then New Year's Eve 2016, we've always had a New Year's Eve thing together. I told him I would punch him and say no if he ever proposed to me on any major holiday or anything like that. But we've always had a thing for New Year's Eve. So we had gone to see the Detroit Red Wings farm team, the Grand Rapids Griffins. And then we went to a brewery afterwards. We were drinking, having fun, watching the ball drop. And so and I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's going to propose to me tonight. Like, I've told him this before, like, maybe, like, this could be the night, like, I'm not sure. So, we're sitting at our table, drinking, and the ball drops, and nothing happens. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess not, that's fine. And then I turn around to grab my bag, put my coat on, and there's a ring box sitting right in front of me. And then he takes it, and he kneels down, and he asks me to marry him. And, of course, I said yes. So this was January 1st of 2016. So it has been almost a year and a half now. That's why the wedding is coming up so quickly. But I just wanted to tell you the story of how we met, and how we met, and then how we proposed, kind of. That one wasn't like super crazy, but just how we met was just absolutely ridiculous. And I would recommend anyone go on a dating site. You can pick and choose who you want to talk to and do whatever you want. They always have like the free for a month deals going on a lot of the sites, and the younger people, because I'm getting up there, have all the apps and stuff you can talk to. But this is my story, and it all started out as a complete joke. I made a joke profile. I didn't want a relationship. And then I went on one date, and now I'm getting married in 18 days. So it's funny it happened that way, but now I wouldn't have it any other way. I love him so much, and I'm so excited. So if you want to hear any more about it, any other details, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's funny. I love this story. Not many people have a story like that, where I just didn't want anything. it was a total joke, and it turned into a marriage. And he had been on there for, I think like 4 years, like paying and going on dates, and I go on one date, not seriously, and now I'm marrying him. So it can happen. Anything can happen. And so that's why I thought it was fitting to put on my bachelorette party bride shirt. I don't know if you can see it or not. But so yeah, I just wanted to tell that story because it's weird, and it's always fun to tell, because people get really excited about it and say that's so awesome that you met that way. So tell me if you're married or you're engaged or dating someone, because I know many of you are probably younger. So if you're dating someone, how'd you meet? Was it weird? Was it funny? Like, tell me your stories, that kind of thing. So I should probably end this video because it's getting long and probably super annoying, because that's me. And I will see you loves in a little bit. Please comment, like, and subscribe. That would be fantastic if you could do that. And I just did jazz hands. I think I'm gonna go walk into that riding lawnmower over there now, just because I did that. Sorry. So yeah, so like, subscribe, comment, message me here. My Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat will be in the description down below. And that should be it. And like I said, let me know your stories. I would love to hear them, and love to talk to you about mine. So I will talk to you, babe, soon.